The first call in Trapped involves a homeless man who sleeps in a dumpster to get out of the rain. Unfortunately, luck is not on his side when the next morning, he wakes up to find himself getting dumped into a garbage truck. He calls 911, and the team is sent out to stop the truck driver from turning on the compactor. The first truck they stop, however, is not the right truck. Athena finds the right truck, but the compactor has been turned on already. The truck driver stops it, and the team climbs into the truck to rescue the man. After the call, Hen and Athena grab lunch where they chat about their personal lives. Hen tells Athena about the situation with her ex suing for custody, and Athena reveals she's getting a divorce and has already met someone, who wasn't just a one-night stand. The second call involves a mother and her teen son leaving a therapy session. As they get into the elevator, she is berating him about getting his act together. As they argue, the elevator suddenly breaks and drops rapidly before crashing in the basement, which is flooded. The team arrives, with Hen and Buck heading down the elevator shaft to pull up the victims. Buck gets the mother out of the water-filled elevator first, but as he preps the second victim, the elevator starts to fall again due to the weight of the water. Buck manages to get the second victim to safety before pulling himself out though. That night, Athena goes on her second date with the man she met at a bar. As they are hooking up, he starts to role play while she's still in uniform. He explains that he likes a strong woman who can take control, and she's into it. She pulls out her handcuffs and leads him to the bed. However, she freaks out when he handcuffs himself to her around the bed, as the keys are in her belt across the room. Embarrassed, Athena calls Abby at 911 to have her call Hen. Hen heads over, expecting something bad, but bursts out laughing when she sees Athena in her awkward predicament. She goes to unlock Athena, who stops her and says just leave the keys on the nightstand. Hen leaves, but not before taking a selfie to embarrass her friend. The last call of Trapped involves two brothers who are the ultimate hoarders. The one brother gets trapped and crushed by his own booby trap, so the second brother, who is blind, calls 911. When the team arrives, they realize there is no safe way to get into the home. They get the second brother on the phone, who guides them through a tiny tunnel in the front of the house, and then talks Chimney through how to disarm a saw booby trap. Once inside, Chimney clears the way for the rest of the team. They all have to empty the house of all the junk before they can reach the victim, who has a compound fracture on his leg. After realigning it, they take him and the blind brother to the hospital for treatment. After the graveyard shift, Abby and Buck go on a proper second date, where he has scheduled a hot air balloon ride, but it gets cut short when Abby has to leave because her mother is having a bad episode. Buck confides in Bobby at the station that he doesn't think he's ready for a relationship with all the baggage. Bobby explains that all of the feelings Buck has for Abby don't come for free. He suggests instead of trying to save Abby and pull her out of her situation, that he join her and be by her side to support her. On their technically third date, Buck asks how Abby's mother is, so she goes into her long-winded story about how she's getting worse. Eventually, she gets to the point that she shouldn't be dragging anyone into her situation, so she's letting him off the hook. He tells her that he wants to be with her and he's not going anywhere. Later that night, Abby wakes up and finds that her mother has passed away in her sleep. Athena goes on her third date, where the barman has cooked a fancy dinner for her. When he suggests going on a long weekend getaway to his home in Big Sur, she lets him down gently, telling him she's not ready to jump into anything serious. She says he's too good to be someone's rebound. Hen, on the other hand, has a different sort of breaking up to do. She heads over to her ex Eva's apartment to find out what exactly she wants, because she knows it's not their son. Eva tells Hen she wants her back. She wants to be a family again. Hen tells her she'll never go down that road again because she knows Eva will just break her heart all over again. She storms out telling her that she won't win the fight for their son. And in a different sort of ending, we find out where the victims end up, with Abby explaining that people are basically creatures of habit. The homeless man leaves the shelter he's staying in to sleep on the streets. The elevator victims find an apartment for her son, so he can be on his own. And the hoarders are back home, boarding up their house again. I really enjoyed this episode of 911. It digs deeper into Buck, Hen and Athena's lives, but has a light-hearted feeling to it, with some humor tossed in. The scene of Athena getting handcuffed is my favorite. Athena is so straight and hard, it is nice to see her get a little playful and enjoy herself. I do not, however, like Hen's past girlfriend. Hen seems like a great person who has clearly turned her life around after Eva. I'd hate for her to ruin her marriage and family life even more than she already has. I have to wonder where Abby and Buck's relationship will go now that her mother has passed. Will it continue to grow? Or will it fizzle out while Abby grieves and tries to find her purpose again now that her mother is gone? How will Buck and Abby handle Abby's mother's death? Do you think they make a good pair? Do you think Athena is right to keep things casual while going through her divorce? Do you think Hen will be able to fix her marriage with Eva back in her life? Let us know in the comments below.